Welcome to Fan Fuel Podcast Slick Track. We've got Tyler Bruening here at East Bay Speedway during Speed Weeks. Tyler, tell us about yourself.
Yeah, well, I've been racing for quite a few years now, I guess. From Decorah, Iowa, up in the Midwest. Started off in a late model, been racing late model ever since. Raced locally for quite a few years around the house, and just wanted to start venturing out and continuing to better myself as a driver and our team. And so we raced Lucas Oil 2 years ago, and we ran with World of Outlaws last year and won the Rookie of the Year.
Awesome. I bet that was a little bit of extra fun in there too.
It was. We had some high expectations, but we had some realistic goals for ourselves as well, and we met almost all of those goals, and we're real proud of that.
All right, well, we got 10 questions for you. I'll let you choose A, B, or C there.
Okay, well, we'll go with B. Well, give me B for Bruening.
B for Bruening. All right, if you'll take the questions out for me, and then I'll read them off. All right. Number one, name a sponsor you'd like to see come into the sport.
Oh boy, a lot of the teams and a lot of the cars have, I wouldn't call them smaller companies by any means, but it's more locally driven companies that, like myself, we have a lot of companies that our family business does a lot of business with, and we're fortunate enough to see them sponsor us. It'd be nice to see a lot more of the Fortune 500 companies getting involved. I know a lot of that money gets driven towards the national exposure more in the NASCAR world, but I really believe the way dirt is trending right now, and the TV exposure and more that we're getting, those same opportunities are there for those Fortune 500 companies. So I'm just thinking of my son right now. His favorite driver is Kyle Busch for the M&Ms, and I guess that's the first thing that pops into mind, just for the kids, you know.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Yeah.
Big M&M's fan myself. And number two, what got you into racing?
Well, growing up as a kid, I always loved cars. I still love cars, everything about cars. My dad raced when I was young, and I'd go to the track with him. I'd help the guys out in the shop, and really that fueled my fire for the racing was my dad's involvement when I was young.
All right. Number three, where do you see yourself in 5 to 10 years in your racing career?
I mean, obviously everybody's here to win races and win a championship, so I believe we're right on the cusp of getting our first win with the Lucas Oil or World of Outlaws. Obviously, if we're going to continue to run the series and run for points, we'd like to win a championship. So that's where we'd like to be.
All right. Number four, do you have a pre-race ritual?
Not really, I guess. I normally like to, text my girlfriend and let her know we're going out, and it gives me a little bit of lady luck. So I guess I'll call that my pre-race ritual.
Well, number five, you done told us a little bit about this, but how did you get into the level of competition that you are in right now?
Yeah, like I said, we started off slow and small, just racing weekly at the local tracks, and once we started really succeeding and kind of living past our goals and expectations on that level, we really wanted to venture out and start going against some tougher competition. Not that the guys we racing against were any less competition by any means. It's just more so venturing out to different venues, different tracks, and trying to better ourselves and our team.
And your expectations for 2022?
Well, we raced really well last year. I think we met a lot of our goals and expectations. So, really the number one thing I'd like to do this year is collect our first feature win with the World of Outlaws or Lucas Oil.
All right. In number 7, is there a race you've never run but you'd love to do it?
God, we've raced all over, heck.
Now, I'll give you a hint on this one. My son and somebody told me, said, it ain't necessarily got to be dirt for the dirt guy.
Yeah.
I mean, is there a big event, no matter across the board, if you could run it, which one would it be?
Well, the first thing that comes to mind is coming up here in a couple weeks would be the Daytona 500. You know, but realistically, a lot of guys talk about running the Chili Bowl. And a lot of guys have been getting mixed up and ventured out into that world. I've never driven a sprint car. I know Brandon did last year at Charlotte, and that was fun to watch him tool around and do that. I think that would be fun. I think I'd like to start out by myself in a crowd.
I understand. And what is your number, even though you may drive for a team that may use a different number?
What's that?
What is your number, even though you may drive for a team that uses a different number?
Well, my number has always been 16. My dad's number was 16 when he raced, and when he retired and I jumped in, that was the number that I wanted to be. Not necessarily because that's the number he raced, but it's my sister's birthday, it's my birthday, it's my dad's birthday.
There's a lot that goes into the 16 for the Bruening family.
It means a lot to me, so that's what we've always been.
Awesome. All right, so being that you're looking for your first win on Lucas or Woo, have you ever thought about starting a new celebration trend, and if so, what would it be?
I don't know, you know, anybody that tells you they don't think about that's lying. So I know some guys like, you know, JD and some of the other guys have their signature move. Honestly, to be honest, I have thought about that. I don't quite know what I would do. I think the emotions would overtake me at that moment, and I might just do something off the cuff, you know. But you know, I've thought about it a lot. I just don't quite know what exactly it would be.
Well, but being that you thought a lot about it, that first win, you're liable to get out and it just happens.
I think so. Yeah. I mean, I don't want to have some goofy, silly thing or whatever. It just, you know, get up on the roof like everybody does and then celebrate with my team.
Right, and number 10 is kind of funny because you have a teammate, and it says, if you become a team owner and you have two cars, who are the two racers you would hire?
Well, I think by the time that would happen, I would obviously be out of the seat, and I think Shane would be retired by then. But you know, I'm partial to capital. Marshall has worked a ton with me. Has become a close friend of mine, and so I think if nothing else, we'd be in capitals, and I guess you'd be like any other team owner. You'd go hunting for the guy that's on top at the moment.
Oh, that's a good answer.
Yes, sir.
Well, Tyler, thank you for taking the time to do this for the podcast, and appreciate it, and good luck for the next couple of weeks down here, and I'll see you at Volusia after we get done with the Lucas Tour here.
Sounds good. I appreciate it. Thank you.